And that top vertical line is for the North Branch and the lake. The bottom blue vertical line is for the South Branch and the Great Canal. The first red star is for Fort Dearborn. The second is for the Chicago Fire of 1871. The third is for the 1893 World's Fair. And the fourth is for the second World's Fair, the 1933, A Century of Progress. We're in our home stretch here, guys. These newer buildings that you see on the left, those sit on what once was a golf course. So the first building I'm going to point out, it's taller, and it looks like water is running down the side. We're kind of getting the side view of it. It's called Aqua. And that was built in 2010 by Jeannie Gang. Now, Aqua is the tallest building in the United States designed by a woman. So those undulating balconies change from floor to floor, creating that rippling effect. We're going to be able to see more as we approach it here. Hey! Sorry. Those kids were up to trouble. I had to call them out on it. Yeah. That's why I screamed at them. Those good for nothing. Okay. So you have Aqua there. And the balconies weren't just aesthetic. They helped cut the cost of the energy with the shade that she had provided. Each one of the balconies was a different cement pour. So you had 2 feet. Some of them were up to 12 feet. And they also cut the wind. And just beyond, you have the tall white building. That's the Aon. That was built in 1973. They were hoping to be the tallest in Chicago, but it happened to be built the same time as Sears. And the Sears surpassed the Aon. So it was the second tallest until Trump moved in. And now it's the third tallest. At the time, the Aon had a marble facade. And the marble came from the same quarry that Michelangelo used to sculpt David. Which is great if you're a sculptor, not so good if you're a builder. Unfortunately, that marble started buckling under Chicago's harsh weather. And it started literally falling off the building. So we had to replace that marble with white granite from North Carolina, costing almost the same amount to put the building up in the first place. However, we still love our Aon building. It was the old Standard Oil building. We call it Big Stan. And the building that's cutting out toward the river, it's silver, it's shiny. You can't tell, but it's a triangle. And it is called Swiss Hotel. And that's another one done by Harry Weiss, our triangle man. So you're able to see how he's able to use his favorite shape and preserve his river here. And just in front of us, guys, we have Trump Tower, built in 2009 by Skidmore, Owings & Merrill with Adrian Smith. Adrian Smith went on to build Burj Khalifa, the tallest in the world. Now, we were a little nervous when Trump said he was moving in because we were scared that he was going to Trump. It had been a long time since we had a building here on the river, and we weren't scared. We weren't sure how it was going to turn out. However, it ended up being well received. He has real visual continuity. The glass, the silver glass, reflects all of the buildings around it. And there's 3 setbacks, if you'll notice. The first on the bottom right is equal with Wrigley. The second is with Marina City. And the third is with the IBM building. So he's really paying tribute to his neighbors. Now every time I go down the river or I see the skyline from a beautiful view, I always think about how this all started with a pile of dirt and a vision. And after all the blood, sweat, and tears of everyone who made each one of these buildings come to life, a majority of them never got to see it all come together the way you guys get to. So even from your seats, you get to be part of the story. And don't worry if you don't remember any of the dates or who designed what. At the end of the day, if a particular building stood out and made you feel happy or inspired, then you're already doing the architect justice. So thank you. This brings us to the end of our tour. Thank you so much for joining us. If you liked us, tell your friends, come back and see us. And you can let us know on Yelp or TripAdvisor. And if you didn't, just don't say anything. You don't even worry about it. Please remain seated. That's very important. My captain will let you know when it's time to stand up. Sometimes it feels like we're nice and safe and sturdy, but we're not all quite set up yet. So we're going to let you know when it's time to stand. I'm going to be standing off the side. You can ask me any questions about the river or Chicago. Thanks again, guys.